General, you've had concerns about the deal. How do you feel today?
Not good, Joe. And the Secretary's point about what really matters is what's in the final document. Actually, that's only half of what's important. What really matters then is what the Iranians do to live up to the terms in the final document. And in that sense, what the Supreme Leader says really matters. And so he may have been posturing, but I wouldn't bet the farm on that.
What developments have happened over the past month that caused you the greatest concern?
I was actually stunned. About 10 days ago, the Secretary made his first public appearance after his injury, and he talked about the possible military dimensions of the program, the previous activity to actually weaponize a nuclear device. And number one, he said, you know, that's not really as important as some people were suggesting it is. And number two, they don't really have to come clean before an agreement.
Did the administration themselves suggest this was important?
Oh, no.
In the earlier phases?
No, this is a walk back from a previous position.
I mean, but how many walkbacks have they had?
Well, I don't know that sanctions are going to snap back. Right. I don't know that we're going to get previous military dimensions of the program explained before we sign, and I don't think we're getting anytime, anywhere inspections. And all of those really do have to be preconditions.
So, not that we really know what's going on the inside, but when you set to negotiate, things that we've discussed over the years is that you are prepared to walk back a little bit. Is this within the parameters, or are you saying this feels like it's outside the parameters of what's appropriate of a deal that could really be effective?
Mika, I think this is outside the parameters. Look, we've walked back a lot, and I get it. You know, when this thing first came out, I really held my fire because we left an ugly baby for this administration in terms of the Iranian nuclear program. If we'd have had a better idea, we'd have done it. All right, and so I'm trying to be generous here, but the longer we go on, the more we seem to be willing to concede things that I think most people, Joe, you mentioned, you had 5 former Obama administration officials saying, you got to have these things in the deal, otherwise you should walk.
So where does that leave us? Do we just walk? And of course we have the other 5 nations that are with us on this, and the question of how far they're willing to go on sanctions or whether they're willing to give in and just sign the deal as it's evolving.
Steve, that's the really perverse dynamic of these negotiations. We have walked the other 5 to this point, and we've done it. All right? It's our negotiating style, not the French, who've been tougher. We've walked them to this point so that if now we pull the plug and back out, we really do run the risk of what you're describing happening, which is the other 5 saying, why are you guys backing away now? Because you're, in essence, you're the one breaking stride, not us.
So what do we do?
Well, like I told you, this is an ugly baby, and I don't have a really good plan B, but I do fear...
But we have to have a plan B, right?
I do fear... Look, I said, Joe, the last time I was on here, I said we've gone from no deal is better than a bad deal to, Steve, right now I think we're at any deal is better than no deal. And I think that's a really bad place. We cannot appear or actually want the deal more than the Iranians do.
Right, I get all that, but we've also agreed that we can't just walk back on our own. We need to have these other 5 countries with us, and France has been tougher, but others have been...